Hey everyone, Colin Wattonville here. In a different video, I've already shared about how I fell into the insurance industry and shared the path I took that ultimately led me to create my own agency. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about why I stayed in the industry to begin with, why I didn't leave, what's so great about the insurance industry in general, and also sharing the best parts about being an insurance agent with you guys. If you haven't already watched that video I mentioned about my backstory in the industry, go check that out. But the way I got into insurance, long story short, I basically fell into it by attending a job fair because I really needed a job. Not that exciting. But why I stayed in insurance, that's a bit of a different story. So I quickly realized that the topic itself, very dry and boring. I totally understand that. However, what I really loved about the industry was talking. I guess I like talking. I like hearing myself talk. No, in all seriousness, I like talking with others and building relationships with others and helping people. And I started off in insurance by doing customer service, and even as an agent, now I still do a bunch of customer service, obviously, to help out my clients. And that's the true part that I like about insurance, being an agent. I don't necessarily think I'm a great salesperson, and I don't really like selling. It doesn't excite me too much to convince somebody to select something and purchase something, because that's just not really who I am. But what I do enjoy is teaching people and educating them, building relationships, hearing about their grandkids or the cool trip that they just took to go whitewater rafting. And that's what really kept me in insurance, is building those relationships and just speaking to people and meeting and hearing about all sorts of different types of people. I talked to, I think my oldest client is 94 years old. And then, of course, all the way down to helping the young college kid get their own insurance plan for the first time. So I meet a ton of different people, all walks of life, rich, poor, all races, people from different parts of the world even coming into the United States. So that's ultimately what kept me in the insurance industry, because I love talking to people and meeting new people, and I just find that very fun. Another great thing about the insurance industry, not only are you talking to and meeting a bunch of fun people, but you're also helping them in a major way. Insurance is complicated. Again, it's very boring. I acknowledge that. That's a necessary evil, as I always say. I help people select something and purchase something that they hopefully don't have to use. But when they do need to use it, then it better work. And you better have done your homework on the back end. I solved that complicated puzzle of making sure your doctors and prescriptions fit, making sure the networks are there, all sorts of stuff that you need. That's where I come in. I help you in a major way so that when the big rainy day does come, if it does, then you are very well covered. Something else that I really enjoy about the insurance industry from a personal, lifestyle side of things is the control that you have, the control over your time. Now, if you watched that other video I mentioned already, you know that I've never really had a quote-unquote real job. I joke that I'm chronically unemployable, not good at following orders or having other people tell me what to do. So I'm lucky that the insurance industry, being an insurance agent, becoming an insurance agency owner, allows me complete control over my time. And I kind of forget how rare that is. But yeah, it's something that I learned at an early age. I needed the freedom to be able to control my own schedule. I don't have to accept a phone call at a certain time if I don't want to. I don't have to schedule someone in the evening if I don't want to work that evening, or even in the morning if I want to take a slow day and go to the gym a little bit later in the morning, or work out later, or take a break mid-afternoon to do something, to run an errand, then I can. I'm in complete control of my time. And that's something that, honestly, you can't really put a price on. If someone came around and offered me a job with a big salary, I would probably turn it down, just because it would mean that I would have to report somewhere probably at a certain time every single day and ask someone for time off. And that's just something that I can't ever really see myself doing. Something else that's definitely really appealing about the insurance industry is the ability to work from, anywhere, not even just home. As I'm recording this, I'm actually staying at a lake for a couple months this summer. I can work remote. I can work wherever I want, whenever I want. The digital age is here. People, especially after that big pandemic in 2020, people are now more apt and keen to just want to do things over the phone and not go in person to an office anymore. They just want to communicate by email, text, phone call, and get things done much quicker and simpler than meeting one-on-one in person. Now, do I still do that? Yes, of course. If a client asks, or if I'm in town, then I will still meet with somebody in person. However, I definitely try to do a lot of traveling and experience a lot of different places. And so if you are also someone who enjoys those things and who likes working remote, being a digital nomad, if you will, then insurance is a great opportunity to do so. And another incredible thing about the insurance industry is that it can provide passive income. And if you've watched my content before, then you know I've talked about this in many other videos, but passive income is very sought after because basically once you sign a customer up for a policy, you know, of course, you still have to service them. You have to answer their phone calls if they have any sort of issues. You have to do an annual review. You should always do an annual review. But for the most part, you're talking to your customers maybe twice a year on average at most. And some clients you don't even really ever talk to after you sign them up with a policy. But of course, you're always here if they do need help, right? That's part of being a good agent. However, once you sign someone up for a policy, you're getting paid on them every single month, even if you're not actively helping them or actively talking to them. So the passive income that comes along with insurance is another incredible opportunity to help build some pretty substantial wealth long term. So there you have it. That's what attracted me to the insurance industry. Those are some things that are great about the industry and what I like about being an insurance agent and agency owner. So if you enjoy content like this, then please hit the like button, subscribe, share your thoughts down below, share the video with a friend or family member. This channel, this content is geared at showing you a behind the scenes look at what it's like being an insurance agent and agency owner, telling you about how I built my business and documenting the future growth of my agency. So if you like content like this, then keep watching for more videos. Again, my name is Colin Wattonville and I own Modern Health Solutions. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.